But it's very important because our portfolio is a premium wine portfolio, so it matches the culinary expectations of the Aruban tourist, and I think also the chefs that are competing are very well knowledgeable and very famous chefs on the island. So it's a fun thing to compete and to do food and wine pairing and to make it a special evening. So we do a lot of tastings, we do a lot of trainings as well for wines as for mixology as well. And we do a lot of trainings also for the staff to get them more aware of food and wine pairings. And our portfolio is very premium. We have a couple of big brands like Cakebread, Camus, Duckhorn are just a couple of the big brands that we have. And yeah, just to get them spread out as wide as possible and get everybody familiar with it. So we have a lot of local people that are very interested in our wines and drinking a lot of our wines, and we'll see that we sell a lot more premium wines than we used to the previous year. So I think there's definitely a trend going on that people expect more as well as food as wine. I think 2 years ago was a very nice event, and the food was very different varieties in it, so it was nice to pair our wines with the food. And this year, I think the competitors are also looking forward to see what the chefs do and to pair their wines with it. And of course, we want to win it again. That makes sense. And I think with our wines and with the knowledge we have within the company, we can definitely achieve maybe a second victory in that. Yeah, well, with the tasting we can see the flavors and such. And I think because we do it on a regular base, as a company, we do a lot of menus and food and wine pairings on the menus and training the staff with food and wine pairings. So we have some background in that, so I think we including with the tasting, that we can do a good job and see if our wines match what the judge is going to look for. Yeah. White, I like Viognier a lot. Viognier is a very versatile grape with food, has a touch of sweetness to it, but it has definitely acidity like Sauvignon Blanc has and the body of a Chardonnay, so it's very nice to pair food with that. And it's not like your typical grape, which I like about it.
It's not popular?
Not yet. We just started to carry a Viognier about a month ago, and we see some listings and we see people enjoying it because it's pretty easy drinkable and it's different than the standard varietals that you see all over here. Well, most of the trainings we do here are through our clients, so with the hotels and restaurants, but we can always call to the office and set up a tasting for private events. We did one about a week ago with Ata, a private event with food and cheese and then wine paired with it, so we can do all sorts of things with that. Yeah, all our spirits are in supermarkets, but what we try to do with our wines is we try to keep it as much as possible exclusive for hotels and restaurants. Because a lot of people, especially now with a lot of Americans going to Superfood and Ling & Sons, we try to give the restaurants and the hotels the privilege to be the only ones carrying the wine, so they cannot buy it in the supermarket. What we do as a company is, like I said, we focus on premium, so in the liquor category we carry Tito's, we carry Macallan, Highland Park, all premium brands, and we carry a lot more. Same with the wine. We do have some brands that are located in the supermarket, but most of our focus is definitely for on-trade and focus on tourism and wine connoisseurs and people who know spirits. I think for the people who are still a little bit on the background of the whole food and wine pairing and to create a culinary destination as Aruba, I think it's very important to do these kind of stuff, and especially with the new chefs on the island, and especially also the local chef like Irvin and Erwin Huisken that does a great job. And you see all the chefs that create a higher quality standard of food, and I think that's what the tourists want, and I also think that the local people want that.